Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome, welcome. Body Breathe Awareness Tools to Regulate Self with Compassionate Care. This is workshop 4. While data informs, stories transform. And a well-told story doesn't just convey facts, it changes hearts, it changes minds, and sometimes it changes the world. I'm going to read to you some clips from notes in the Magnolia magazine put out by Joanna and Chip Gaines. And this came from a 2025 spring journal edition. Perfectly unbalanced and imperfectly balanced. Imperfectly balanced, a note from Joe. In nearly every season of my life, I have looked to balance as a benchmark, a way of measuring how well I'm holding my life together. If things generally felt right side up, then I knew I could breathe a sigh of relief. Balance to me was the light at the end of the tunnel, the antidote of sorts for whatever chaos was swirling around. Balance, or the idea of it, became a destination, a finish line, and yet this promised land always felt just out of reach. It didn't seem to matter how often I reorganized my schedule, chose this over that, or simply said no. There were very few seasons that I felt like I'd nailed it, like I was flourishing on every front in brilliant, shimmering unison. It may be unsurprising that the question I've been asked the most over the years goes something like, quote, how do you balance it all, unquote, which tells me a great number of us are longing for a sense of harmony among the choices we've made and the lives we're building. We want to know that we're giving ourselves over to the right things, that we will not look back and wish we'd held it all differently. We all want to know that we've given our time, our resources, our thoughts, and our beating hearts to the good and lasting moments. But as I sit here now, I may have an answer. The reality is that I am naturally drawn to sustain a sense of equilibrium in my daily life. And yet, when I look at that girl on the wire and I ask myself how she makes it from one side to the other, I no longer believe it's a matter of careful distribution across all that she's carrying. I no longer buy the idea that rigidity leads to peace or deep fulfillment. In my experience, balance can often look like staying still because you're too afraid to take on more, too afraid to drop something, too afraid to tip over. And that's just not the way I want my world to go on spinning. When life calls for an audible, I want to know that I have the strength to meet the moment with open arms. Living first for the things that keep me steady gives me permission to be surprised by wonder. It lets me choose a moment of connection over my to-do list. For the sake of steadiness, I get to act in faith more than I act out of efficiency. In the end, what more could I ever wish to hold? A note from Chip. Perfectly unbalanced. There are a few qualities of mine that aren't so easy to appreciate. My habit of throwing a wrench in perfectly good plans is one of them, especially when something is nearing the finish line. A launch at the company, a project too, and Joe and I have going on. Heck, even a conversation. That's usually about the time I'm buzzing with a fresh batch of ideas I'd like to pressure test. This may be unpopular thinking, but to me, the whole notion of balance sits in the too cautious camp. It's the pursuit of balance as a destination, as your finish line, that I can't wrap my head around. It's hearing people say things will get better once we figure out the right balance. I get the logic of wanting to right a ship that's taking on water, the draw of wanting to keep your eyes on the horizon. All I'm saying is don't lose sight of the ride of your life. For me, the reward isn't when I make it to my destination, it's how I rode out the waves. How many times I was willing to take big swings, even if it meant losing my footing. How often I dared to pivot, not for the sake of danger, but deep delight. We're all going to get to whatever ending we're destined for. But I believe the person you are when you get there is different based on the choices you make along the way. And despite what's commonly thought of as the good life, where you're resting on the beach with a pina colada and a fat 401k, we are happiest when we're rocking and rolling and figuring out complicated things. There's the reason the most common word you hear before curious is naturally. We're all born with a natural curiosity and restlessness. We are all made with the strength we need to hold on tight for what promises to be an incredible ride. Greetings. I am Amelia Zontini, a daughter, a mother, a costumer, a designer, a creator. I am the powerful creator of me, and I meet you on the path of discovery and journey with you as a guide and a supporter of your highest and best creative life. Welcome. As we move through these workshops, we are going to be focusing from three main classroom pillars: creation, community, and self-presence. We play in the possibility that our external world is a playground for real, effective change and true success. Again, two main goals together. We show up with the intention to generate body harmony and navigate into the next with awareness. We become willing to share it with other human beings. So on this Buddy the Elf scale, how do you feel today? And I encourage you to take note. I feel like number 7, and I want to feel like number 1, or I feel like 1 and I want to feel like 3. All of this to say this is an exercise of awareness, just to be in a place of understanding where you are and knowing that it's okay, all of it's allowed. This is a safe place. Everyone comes to the table human with our brilliant flaws and our perfect imperfection. Continuing to create our personal safety plan, that list of ways that we can mentally and or physically bring ourselves to a place that we can feel more aligned with the safety and security of being who we are inside the body and skin that we have been given. Before you close your eyes, I am going to ask us to go into a meditative state, practicing stillness, really just looking at this picture and seeing not only the rocks and the ground and the earth and the roots that we can't even see, but we know are there, that are sprouting through these small plants and trees and livingness, and taking a closer look at the flow of the river as it navigates. Now, notice the walls around you. Notice the ceiling, familiarity in the place in which you find yourself. To the mind, it might be a simple cue, but to the body, it's knowing that everything's okay, that nothing's going to harm you, that everything is safe. Like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that we have reviewed in previous sessions. So take that moment. I'm closing your eyes now. Bring awareness to your breath. Without trying to change it, just notice the pacing. Perhaps bringing particular attention to the top of your breath, right before it shifts, then to the bottom, to the breath, right before it shifts. Noting if your mind seems to be active, that thoughts are alive rather than making that wrong. or needing it to go away, we're just going to invite that mind stream in. It's here. We might as well have an open invitation for it and just sort of notice that activity, maybe actually visualize it like a stream. These thoughts, these words, these experiences from today or previous days, just notice that it's constant. It's moving, it's flowing. And you might even notice that the stream may feel overwhelming inside it. Being taken down with the current be a different experience if we just stand on the riverbank and witness the stream. So just watching the stream, the mainstream of thoughts, and beginning to take your awareness and gently guide it down behind your eyes, allowing your temples and eyes to relax down behind your nose, through your throat, feeling your throat from directly inside, noticing any sensation, bringing your awareness directly into your heart space, into the center of your chest, allowing yourself the experience directly from the inside in your heart center. Gently observing any sensations that may arise in response, knowing that that's not required to feel deeply. Just notice that whatever sensations are arising for you, allow it to be there. Allow it to be right here in your heart space, knowing that every experience is valid and unique to each individual, coming into a state of allow, perhaps finding something or someone special. You may feel appreciative in this moment. It can be one of the simplest of things, turning the volume up on that just by way of putting your awareness, your attention to it. Nothing to do here. It's merely a shift in focus to something you're grateful for, creating the space for that to be here. Beautiful. And then lastly, breathe. Just finding the surface area where your body or your feet touch the ground, noticing that sensation, feeling gravity and its relationship to your body, noticing that this is beneath you, it's holding you up, that this ground is stable and secure, and really check that out. Really check it out. Look at your feet, really check it out. Let yourself be in this physical grounding beneath you. And from this ground, there's a warmth. There's an unconditional care that does not judge. Just notice yourself being held in this warm, compassionate ground that can meet any part of you with love and acceptance, that there's nothing you have to do to be worthy of this ground. Taking one more breath in, and before you open your eyes, just allowing your awareness to drift into this session, into this workshop. These people that surround you on the day-to-day in your life, bring into your awareness this whole community of tradespeople in our local union. The energy of this membership, of this kinship, and noting what has led you to be a part of this. Really acknowledge to yourself if there's any intention you may have as you rest into this space to receive, bringing that forward and just internally declaring that to yourself and just releasing that into the quantum field, that energetic space, that electromagnetic space that we find ourselves in, letting yourself be surprised. letting go of any ideas you need to do something in order to receive this. Now beginning to open your eyes, and as you do, taking in the whole room at once, rather than focusing on one particular item, perhaps even blur your eyes a little. Even think of your eyes as a background, like your sight as a background experience. As you continue to feel your body as in your seat and you're rejoining us here. Let's dive in. A little poem about the tree. I live like the beautiful tree. I grow my roots from energy. In winds and storms, my tree stays strong. My roots hold tight where they belong. I dance and swing, bend and sway. I love myself in every way. Take a nice deep breath in. Put a smile on your face. There might be a sound that comes out with the exhalation. Now, standing up where you had been sitting, placing your feet firmly below you, and just begin to walk in the space. Maybe even just at this time, shifting your weight from right to left, feeling that ground beneath you that's holds you and brought you here. Walking around, feeling the way your body feels today without judgment, just calling awareness and attention to the areas that feel good, to the areas that feel open. Even placing your hand as an acknowledgement and a place that feels good to you. You might even, I'm just wondering if we're even saying nothing feels good. Well, that's okay too. For the powerful self within us can create space for more balance, more harmony, more equilibrium when we can acknowledge where we are and where we want to go. Continue to cover the space, placing your hands out, placing your feet hip width apart. We're going to now do a little 8-count shakeout. And just to remind you, we're going to go with the right hand, the left hand, the right foot, the left foot, or right arm, right leg, left leg. We're going to go 8, 6, 4, 2, and then 3 rounds of 1. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Here we go. So, right hand, shake it out. Push that energy from the center of you out like a laser beam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count out loud with me. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we do 6. Laser beam it out. The energetic feel around you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, hold on to a chair if you need to. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and shake it all out. Shake those hips. We hold a lot of tension in our hips. Shake your chest. Shake your shoulders. Shake your head gently. We don't want to cause any harm or injury. Take a nice breath in. Reach your arms up over the ceiling. And relax your arms down with the exhalation. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Woo! Standing still. Trust circle with your feet. So finding your feet firmly beneath your hips. Just kind of do a nice rocking back and forth. Up on the ball of your foot, back on the heel. This is a micro movement. Up, back, Now, at the same time, we're going to start a little rotation. So you go up on the ball of your foot, and then kind of move over to the right side. Meet the heel to the floor, circle over to the left, rotate up to the ball of your feet. This is a micro movement. Trust circle to the right, clockwise with your body. Let your body just sort of sway in trust, in alignment with the bottom of your feet. One more time around clockwise. Breathing. Now let's go reverse. So heel to the right, ball of your feet, left, heel, right, ball of your feet, left. It might feel awkward at first. That's okay. This is the harmony that we are generating with our bodies and letting our minds not try to make logic of this. Why am I doing this? Let your beautiful mind know we are simply creating movement and flow in trust in our own personal space. Reaching your feet now even a little bit wider with a star pose, arms out to the side, reaching up to the sky. And just take a nice breath in. Bring your arms back in. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Breathe in and exhale. Reach your arms out to the sky. Feet are firmly positioned underneath you. This is that contrasting movements. Breathing in, breathe in, squeeze. Give yourself a nice little hug. Breathe in. And breathe out. Open your arms out wide. The bigger picture. Very good. Very nice. Thank you. The star breathing tool is something I came across early in my social emotional learning training. This is a video put out by Conscious Discipline. STAR is an acronym for smile, take a deep breath through your nose, and relax. STAR, smile. That's a body hack. When we smile, even when we're feeling or telling ourselves a story that is creating a misalignment, a disalignment, a dis-ease within us, the smile is this weird little body hack that happens. You put the smile on your face, smile, take a deep breath, and relax it out. So here's a little video to go, a little 3-minute video here to go into more detail of the star breathing tool.
Conscious discipline is a comprehensive self-regulation program that involves many things, but one of them is belly breathing, and we call it being a star. Star means smile, take a deep breath, and relax. In being a star, there's some important things to remember. First, you're breathing from your belly, so it's not shallow breathing from your chest. It's from your belly. So I encourage you to practice this with actually having your hand on your belly, and you're going to smile, which just starts to relax the muscles in your face. Once you relax your jaw, your internal state automatically starts shifting. Take a deep breath. Your belly's going to go out. And relax. Have your belly go in. If you notice what I just did, my exhale was longer than my inhale. The focus is on the exhale. When we breathe in, we take in the beauty of life. When we exhale, we let go of that which is no longer needed, the bitterness, the resentfulness we carry around, and the harshness of the morning, allowing us each moment to take in a new perspective and a new outlook on life. If you're not breathing deeply from your belly, you're breathing from your shoulders generally. It looks like this. A deep breath would look... That's a bull ready to fight, not a belly relaxing the body. Also, we breathe very shallowly. You can't even see any movement. And so it's from the chest and just barely movement here. Going. Shallow breathing is a sign, as it continues to be more shallow, a sign of depression. So how would we teach this to children with special needs? How would we teach this to 2-year-olds or toddlers? First, we can use our new star breathing tool. So you have the children smell the flower. We want them to breathe through their nose. So often we will touch their nose and say, smell the flower. So they would touch their nose, they go, and then they exhale and blow out the pinwheel through their mouth. This allows them to exhale longer, which will automatically make the inhale longer the next time, causing more movement in the belly. Each Tuesday in our staff meetings, we take a few deep breaths to kind of center ourselves as part of our Brain Smart Start. One of the things that you're asked is just to notice your breathing. And as you just notice, like right now, whoever's watching, just notice, is that breathing shallow? Is it deep? Where are you breathing from? Are you breathing much at all? And so just noticing that breath automatically starts to change it. So as you notice it, you'll notice yourself starting to, oh, go back to that which is natural. That natural belly breathing is natural when we notice it and we're in the present moment. But when we're off thinking about things we need to get done or should be doing, our breathing becomes very shallow because we're in a fight or flight situation, always on high alert, thinking we don't have time to get this done. So once again, everyone smile, take a deep breath, and just relax.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, so important to make your inhalation shorter than your exhalation. And then also that belly breathing. A lot of us may not be aware of our breath. And if I've been shallow breathing, as just described in the video, we're really not getting to we're not creating, what we need to do is create through the belly breathing more access to the breath that will actually up our energy and create a more aligned space within the body versus just stopping at the chest. So engaging your belly as you breathe is certainly a important aspect to deep breathing. And in my experience, when I've noticed that I'm shallow breathing is exactly that. I'm just pushing my way through the day and I've disconnected with the awareness of myself and what my body needs. And remembering also that if we are just living and residing in our mind, then it might be that a lot of our thoughts are repetitive from the day before. And let's say you're having unpleasant thought. So get curious. Ask yourself, where's that coming from? What have I got going on? And what's the story? What is the story that I'm telling myself in the actions that I'm doing? And the solution for me, in my experience, is to be the cooperative component. And if I need to change what I'm saying and shift my thoughts to create a more sustainable experience for myself, a lot of times I might be unconsciously repeating thoughts that I've just been telling myself, and I'm operating from that pattern without understanding that it is creating an emotional state within me that isn't really what I want. So when we can get curious and allow the data that our brain has collected and get our brain sort of in that mode of asking and shifting, that's the reframe. So ask, say ask, like, what's the story I'm telling myself? And what do I want to get out of this? What do I want to get out of this story? What do I want to shift? Where am I going to be the powerful creator in me? And remembering that what we are putting out from our energy space is electromagnetic. We can see this in those of us who have pets or have been around animals or have been around babies, we don't need the language because our energy speaks for itself. So if we are feeling misaligned, if we are feeling in a state of confliction, if we are coming from a place where our mind, our thoughts, and our emotions are in conflict, then those around us will also pick up on that conflict, and it can create a deeper, bigger sense of confusion. So our awareness can not only uh, bring us into a present state, but our curiosity, which we've heard is natural, can get us into a place of solution orientation that that can assist us to reframe and quite possibly get us a different outcome from which we have been working from. Aha. So move your left hand onto your heart right now. So a little bit of active kindness. Kindly settle into that action. Take a nice breath in through your belly. And breathe out through your mouth, imagining that little whirligig. Softly tap on your heart and say, I am good enough just the way I am today. I am connected. I am loved. And I know I'm loved from my experience because the love within me is coming through the heart space. And as long as my heart is beating, I am generating love from that energetic space, bringing awareness to that. And again, saying, I am good enough just the way I am today. I am connected. I am loved. Breath. Let everything be done for you by letting everything be done through you. Robert A. Russell. Mm. Okay, your heart work. My friends, I encourage us to all sign a peace treaty with ourselves. And this peace treaty can just simply be, I make a vow right now to make peace with who I am, what I'm creating, where I'm going, who I'm spending time with has no consequence. If I don't give consent to what is happening, I give consent to my peace. I give consent to my freedom. I give consent to be exactly who I am. I am good enough. I will sign a peace treaty with myself. I vow from this day forward or on this day, and it can be whatever form of peace treaty. It can be used as a letter. It can be something that you can come and back and refer to time and time again. It can be simply a peace treaty that you're signing on your heart. And every time you touch your heart, remembering that the importance of choice has brought you here to the state of peace, peace, peace within yourself, generating peace outside of yourself, generating peace with nature, with your loved ones, choosing forgiveness, not only for yourself, choosing forgiveness for others, and making our choices clean and clear, knowing where we hold dear to the peace that we create within ourselves. Well, we've come to the end of today's session. I love you all very much. And I'm looking forward to the next time we come together. In the meantime, be well. Bye for now.